And they've given a lot of leeway to Travis in this whole situation.
They've given him leeway about his own life.
Yeah,
allowing him to have a girlfriend.
I've never been this happy in my life.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ Swiftie podcast. I'm your host, Melanie Miller, and today joining us again is Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh my lord, we're going back to this. I wouldn't agree to be on this. I knew that was how we're going to open the show again.
Edward Lewis, sports extraordinaire. I've got everyone in the office talking about it now.
Great.
I'm doing you a favor. That beard's got to go.
Beard?
Whatever.
Mustache?
Anyway, Edward is a connoisseur in all things football and
mustaches
and the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Did you watch the DCC?
No, I did not, but I see them on the sidelines often when I'm watching the Cowboys play, yeah.
Copy that. Okay. Moving on to our Taylor Swift breaking news of the day. This is very big. This is very exciting. Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift have reunited after she wrapped up her European leg of the tour in Rhode Island, Watch Hill, at her holiday house, $8 million home. No, $17 million home, 8 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms. And she brought along her entire friend group.
Yeah. I was very surprised by this.
Why?
Travis Kelce is like 14 days away from the NFL season. And I was shocked when I read our headline that he's now in Rhode Island, basically partying it up with Taylor Swift. He's done a great job balancing this relationship.
How is this not balanced? He has a weekend off, right?
Sure, but it's I don't know if you know how crazy NFL fans are. You know what I mean? And they've given a lot of leeway to Travis in this whole situation. They've
given him leeway about his own life.
Yeah,
allowing him to have a girlfriend.
That
is an outrageous statement.
We mentioned this earlier. I'm a Cowboys fan. When Tony Romo was dating Jessica Simpson, and then I believe it was Carrie Underwood, at one point he took a vacation to Cabo with his tight end Jason Witten. They all went together. Jason Witten went with his wife, and Tony Romo went with his. I believe it was Jessica Simpson. It might have been Carrie Underwood at the time, and he was just slaughtered over it. More so because he came back the week later and lost the playoff game. But it's like NFL fans and NFL media are generally so unforgiving of players taking time out so close to game days.
So close.
To live their lives, at least live their lives publicly.
How many?
Look, I'm not.
He was out in public. He was at a private home. And people with long lenses were shooting into the home.
Perhaps. I'm not saying that he's doing anything wrong.
He was partying with 8-year-olds.
I am saying that I'm surprised at the level of leeway that media and NFL fans are giving him. Because, like I said, the regular season starts in less than 14 days now. Less than 14 days.
His first game is September 5th.
Right. So less than 14 days.
That's a very
September
long ways
1st is on Monday.
That's a long ways away.
It's not really in the NFL world, though. You know what I mean?
Got like 2 more weeks of practice.
Sure. And again, I want to be clear here. I'm not trashing Travis for this. I am saying that there have been so many other athletes who have done far less than this that have been just demolished on social media and in the media itself over these kinds of things. So
here's my fight.
That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised that he did it, and at least they didn't maybe. I guess perhaps maybe to your point that he was shooting with long lenses, but maybe perhaps try to keep it way more under wraps.
Inside, he's got to hide in the house?
We're hanging with Taylor Swift.
This isn't Joe Allen. We don't hide anymore.
I don't know. I'm very surprised by it. And like I said, I think if there's a chance that he is declining as a football player this year, which is a very good chance, he's in his mid-30s now. It's not anything that does it. I just worry that is going to be the narrative surrounding him.
Football fans need to come up with a new headline, a new angle, because last year after they came out and were like, she came to the first game all season long, all frickin' season long. It was Travis is distracted. This is a distraction for the whole team. This is not going to help the Chiefs get to the Super Bowl. And then they win the frickin' Super Bowl.
That's what I'm telling you. Remember how bad it was last year? And they won the Super Bowl?
They won the Super Bowl.
But remember
so this is clearly good for his health and mental. Sorry.
But remember how bad it was during that time period of is she a distraction? Is it a distraction? Remember,
prove them wrong.
Okay. So now imagine if he doesn't prove them wrong this year. How loud it's going to be. I don't know. I love that he's living his life. I love this relationship. But
They've won the Super Bowl 2 times in a row. 3 times total
3 out of
with
the last
Travis
4.
Kelce.
Yeah, something like that. 3 out of 5. Yeah.
Like, I really do think, like, shut the fuck up. He's earned his right to live his life.
I agree.
He's clearly proved that he can balance both. So if anyone has a problem with this, come and speak to me.
I agree. But I think there's going to be a lot of people that have a problem with it, particularly if on Thursday night, when they open the season, they're the season opener, and he puts up 2 catches for 14 yards. People are going to be grilling
You know what really
him.
grinds my gears? You know what really grinds my
What's grinding
gears?
your
Is people make fun of Swifties and how crazy we are, and football fans are like 5-year-olds fighting for a little football.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like I said, Tony Romo was nonstop with the Carrie Underwood stuff, and there's been so many more examples of
embarrassing
this
for
stuff.
grown men.
Yeah.
You should be ashamed.
Yeah.
You should be disgusted.
Yeah.
You should be embarrassed.
But I'm telling you, if he comes out next Thursday and it's 3 catches, 33 yards, it is going to be hell on social media for him.
I hope this is my only hope. Please, a message to the NFL. She made you a lot of money. She made you over $400 million last year by her attending the games. Let's show her a little more this year. Let's give half of your viewers something to watch. Thank you. And good night.
Yeah.
All right, on to the actual story.
Yeah, on to the actual story.
So she hosted Jason Kelce, Kylie Kelce, the kids, which means that she is really like integrated herself into the family and vice versa. She had Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, their 4 kids.
Right.
Bradley Cooper with his kid, I guess. Maybe not Gigi, maybe Gigi.
Okay.
And then Brittany, Patrick, and then their 2 kids. This is like her core.
And what was the reason for it? Why was she throwing
Blake Lively's birthday party? And like the end of the summer, she didn't get to have. She has a Taymerica 4th of July party at her Rhode Island house every year.
Taymerica?
Taymerica.
Oh, Taymerica. Gotcha. Okay.
4th of July party at her house, which was my costume for
the London trip.
The London show.
Gotcha. Okay.
Funny enough that she has her party, her annual party, the weekend after I wore my costume. Maybe she saw it. Maybe that gave her an idea.
She definitely did that, I'm sure.
Yeah. Anyway, but I think like her being around kids, it's kind of giving settling down. It's kind of giving like she used to have these raging parties at this house, and now it's like families and barbecue.
That is very interesting.
And it really is giving like I'm ready. Me and Travis are ready to have kids and settle down.
Yeah, and again, I know we're being a little bit facetious about this all, but I think Travis leaving Kansas City 14 days before the regular season starts to go be with Taylor says a lot as well. You know, like this was a guy that I'm sure 3, 4, 5 years ago wanted no part of girlfriends or relationships or families
with a bunch of kids.
Yeah,
everywhere.
when he's so close to the season, or like you said, to your point, when he's single and like in Travis Kelce party mode. So I think it's telling on his end too.
Yeah, this is serious.
Yeah, very cute, very sweet.
With the families.
Yeah.
With his brother and his kids.
Yeah.
And I think there were photos of Taylor trotting around holding a baby.
Aw.
Her ovaries are cooking right now. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a bun in the oven.
Whoa.
Not that she looks pregnant or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, they probably were very excited, had a lot of sex. And,
Okay.
Things could happen.
Okay.
Who knows? I hope so.
Okay.
Okay, moving on. According to the Hindustan Times.
I thought that was a typo. Okay, go on.
Right. According to reports,
Yep.
Apparently Taylor Swift is reportedly preparing to endorse Kamala Harris within the next 4 to 6 weeks as the 2024 election heats up. This is a report. It says sources close to Swift reveal that she is eager to support Harris, driven by her desire to see a strong woman in the White House. Swift's entourage informed The Sun that she is set to throw her support behind vice president turned presidential hopeful in the days leading up to the election, which is surprising by no one. She has a song called The Man, about if I was a man, I'd be the man. I'm sure she's supportive of Kamala Harris. This is what I predicted timeline-wise as the hype for Kamala Harris starts to dive down. Taylor's going to come in and...
Sure.
But also, more interesting, the Backlash birthday party at Blake Lively happening at the Holiday House this weekend. Brittany Mahomes was under fire for liking a post about Trump and all his policies and theories and
did see that.
Whatever. So it's interesting that Taylor is preparing to throw her weight behind Kamala Harris. And I would assume Patrick and Brittany are...
Well, did you see Brittany's response to the backlash. Brittany posted on her IG story.
Okay, go ahead, hit it.
It was kind of a cryptic, haters need to get off me. Anybody's an adult that's writing this, that, and the other needs to pipe down kind of deal.
So she's kind of confirming.
And it appeared that she was
I'm going to vote for who I want
to. Again,
to.
And look, everybody's an adult, right? And all these people are in their 30s. I think Brittany's actually in her late 20s. Taylor's in her 30s, right? Everybody, you're allowed to vote for who you want to vote for, and they shouldn't have to be like enemies over it. She can support Kamala and she can support Trump, and there's no need to
But clearly, that's what's happening.
It definitely appears that way. Yeah.
It kind of shocks me, but maybe.
What's shocking about that? I don't really understand.
I just think Taylor Swift hates Trump so much.
Right.
Hates him. That for someone to be a friend of Taylor and to actively support Trump, it is surprising.
Perhaps it's less so, and not to get too political, but maybe it's less so supporting Trump and more so supporting the Republican
policies
party. Yeah, it's and I think as Taylor, she can delineate the two. You know what I mean? I don't think Brittany's up there, with a Trump mask on, you know what I mean? I think it's just supporting the Republican policies that benefit her and her children's lifestyle. And I think that's important when you get in these kind of political debates. Because I do think Trump has made it a divisive, I guess, figure in this whole, this whole story. So if you just delineate the two and you just say one's a Republican, one's a Democrat, that's half the country. You know what I mean?
They're setting a good example for us.
50% is usually Democrat, 50% is Republican. So
Taylor yet again setting a good example.
You guys can hang out and everybody can break bread together and it's okay.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah. So
anyway.
Yeah, but I don't see that as surprising. I think we all knew that she was coming out endorsing Kamala.
Yeah, for sure. Moving on to yet another story that Taylor Swift rises above, is the bigger person, and supports females everywhere, while everyone bashes Taylor Swift for putting out extra songs on albums and playing the game properly. So apparently,
you kind of bash her for that a little bit.
Not me, no.
You're okay with her putting out extra songs?
Absolutely. We want them. We want to buy them.
Understood.
She's playing the game.
Yeah.
So apparently in a new feature in New York Magazine, Swift is asked about Charlie and has a lot of praise for this woman, which Taylor's always really good at rising above. So apparently she said, I've been blown away by Charlie's melodic sensibilities since I first heard Stay Away in 2011. Her writing is surreal and inventive always. She just takes a song to places you wouldn't expect it to go, and she's been doing it consistently for over a decade. I love to see hard work like that pay off.
Wait, so why is there drama here? So
let me tell you.
Walk me through this.
All right. So on Brat, Charlie XCX's album.
Yes.
She has a song called Sympathy is a Knife.
Okay.
And so a lot of people thought that it was a diss track to Taylor because Charlie is dating one of the members of the 1975. Maddie Healy is the lead singer of the 1975, who is Taylor Swift's ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
And she has a line in it saying, don't want to see her backstage at my boyfriend's show. Fingers crossed behind my back. I hope they break up quick.
Don't want to see her backstage at my boyfriend. Fingers crossed behind. She hopes Travis and Taylor break up, or Maddie
and Taylor.
So this song was
a while ago,
written a long
time when they were dating.
But this song just dropped on her new album, Brat.
Not just dropped. Brat dropped a while ago, but yes.
Right. This summer, though, no?
This summer, yeah.
Yeah. That's why we have Brat Summer.
Right.
Huh. And Taylor's okay with this, you think?
So Charlie XCX came out and said this was more about me. It was a feeling of anxiety about another woman. I couldn't even be her if I tried. And how she said a woman was hanging out around backstage at the 1975 shows, along with Charlie's now fiance, George Daniel.
So it's more about somebody that was potentially taking her man.
Potentially.
That's what she's saying, right?
That's what she's saying.
Okay.
A lot of people took it as a backstab because Taylor Swift invited her to open for her at the Reputation Stadium tour.
Okay.
She went on to say that she didn't like it, that she felt like she was playing to children. And so then Charlie XCX basically came out after everyone thought that it was a dig at Taylor and said, this is not about Taylor. This has nothing to do with Taylor.
What do you think? This appears pretty innocuous to me, though. Is this? You think this was about her?
Yeah.
This fingers crossed me. I hope they break up quick.
Yeah.
Huh.
She didn't like seeing Taylor backstage at the show
Why?
because she didn't like Taylor.
So the backstage at the show was after she had invited her to perform at the Eras tour.
Yes.
Okay.
No, she didn't perform at the Eras tour.
Well, I mean, invited her to perform.
She performed at the Reputation Stadium tour. 2 different tours.
Oh, okay.
This is why we need a Swiftie on this.
I know this is a lot.
It's real. Like this is like me when you get into like some football mumbo jumbo, and I'm like, huh? Like this is very, very obvious and very right away. You understand.
Okay,
what's
so
going
do we
on.
like Charlie or do we not? That's what I need.
We like Brad Summer, but I think that she's lying, and I think it's a good cover up.
Got it.
And I think that Taylor is a good person for clearly being a diss track and rising above the controversy.
Well, we are expecting on Taylor's next set of songs perhaps an answer to this.
Nah, probably not.
Okay.
Moving on.
Okay, moving on.
Our Daddy Trav update of the day. I'll let you break this down. You're on the sports desk. Ed Kelsey was banned from Twitter.
I've read this story a million times.
Okay.
I'm still struggling to figure it out.
Okay.
He's claiming that he is barely on X and really barely
He gets on X to when he's at the football games because he doesn't have a commentator.
Yeah.
So he helps him like follow the football.
I do
game
the
better.
same. I love watching. That's like if I didn't work here, that'd be the only reason I have X is just to get like play-by-play or analysis on each play from sports reporters. And that's what Ed Kelsey was saying. He said he also doesn't really do a whole lot of Facebook and Instagram. He said the only ways he does those are to share from time to time updates on the boys.
Travis and Jason.
Yes. Well, I guess he posted, you're going to have to help me with this. He posted something on X
Yeah.
that was mentioning arms dealing and selling weapons. It was a Newsmax article, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And he posted it on X.
But he's saying he posted it to point out the hypocrisy or something.
Yeah, like he didn't necessarily agree with what was being stated. And then he said he believes he was banned for life from it.
Yeah. But Elon Musk's platform X is all about freedom of speech.
Is that not the most bizarre thing? There's
It's
so many
very
people that
bizarre.
post things on X and don't get banned. And yet Ed Kelsey is banned for sharing a news article that even he's saying that like I only shared it to call it out.
Is the truth behind this that maybe Elon Musk isn't a Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce fan?
How could you not be a fan of those two?
They're the perfect couple.
Right. So how would I think that's not true?
Maybe Elon Musk is one of those Chad and Brads that don't like watching Taylor at the football game.
Perhaps, but he's not gonna like ban Travis's father from his house. I don't know. That was a weird story though.
Anyway, we're both confused.
Yeah.
Moving on. Travis Kelce is confirmed in the upcoming Happy Gilmore 2.
Yeah.
So Adam Sandler went on some late night show.
It was
Fallon talking about Happy Gilmore 2 and confirmed that Travis he'd have a small part. They're filming in New Jersey, which like I don't understand why there isn't any flack because he'll have to film this in the middle of the football season. So why haven't people thrown up their arms, stomped their feet around, and cried like little children over this?
Well, it's probably gonna be like a couple hours, no?
It's going to be a full day on
His
set.
part is allegedly very minimal.
Yeah, but still, that's like at least he's got to fly to New Jersey
Right.
to shoot it. He's probably going to be hair and makeup on set. It
Yeah.
takes forever. For sure, he's going to be on set for at least 8 hours.
Yeah,
So this is a full day plus a travel day, so that's 2 days.
I don't think appearing in a sports show or a sports movie
It's a
is
comedy.
the same, at least from the NFL fans' eyes, as going off to a romantic getaway with your girlfriend and all of her friends and partying the weekend away. You know what I mean? Like
this is before the
it's just-
season starts. That he went.
well, I would assume it's
on
going to
a
be on some
romantic
sort of
getaway.
bye week that he does this filming.
Oh, maybe
Yeah,
Right.
because I don't know how he's going to find a day and a half to
2
film
days.
during the middle of the season. So yeah,
Yeah.
I would imagine some sort of bye week or at the end of the year. I mean, who says they need to get this all done by February?
They definitely will. They're not going to spend 6 months
Especially
shooting
his
Happy Gilmore.
part. You know, it's his part. Like they can't go reshoot it in February, late February.
I wonder if like my question is was he wearing the Happy Gilmore hat like every single day over the like course of the spring because he knew he was going to be in it, or was that
It felt like a pitch, right?
Was that a constant
Yeah.
pitch?
And it's like such a no-brainer for Adam Sandler. Like, and I feel like this is a lot of things
and he
that
loves.
Kelsey
He
does.
was always playing golf.
It just feels like it's like a put him in the show, put him in the movie.
I
Like,
love that
you
about
have
Travis
nothing to
Kelce.
lose by putting Kelsey in your series and your.
If this wasn't a promotion, if this wasn't an Easter egg, if this was him like pitching himself,
I get the vibe that it was. Yeah,
I hope that because that's a hard worker. That's like a like hey, I want to be in this movie.
sure.
Hats off to you.
That's all. Yeah.
Anyway. All right. Moving on to our tour talk and theories segment. So Taylor Swift set a huge record, was a trailblazer this last year because she filmed
Yes.
and put out the Eras Tour movie in theaters, broke box office records, had a huge deal with AMC. Beyonce then followed and did the same thing. Now I know before people go wild, hear me. This is not the first Eras. This is not the first movie about a concert.
Right.
However, nobody has done one in a while, and not a lot of people are putting a movie in theaters. Don't look at me wild. How many movies off the top of your head can you think? Oh, a concert in movie theaters. Name one movie.
Well, I don't. Movies. They only go in.
Movies about concert in movie theaters. Very rare, and nobody's really been doing it in the last 10 years.
But it's not up to the artist whether it goes into movie theaters, right?
But nobody has been able to put a concert movie in a theater and have it be successful. Taylor started that trend.
Well, yeah, I think there's only probably 2 or 3 artists that could actually get it done. It's
Correct.
Like her and Beyonce, right? Like,
right. And guess who followed Taylor Swift's career to a T?
Okay.
She put out a map. Taylor put out a map to younger
I can't
artists.
believe we're talking about this again.
And Olivia Rodrigo
Gosh,
has
man.
been spotted at concerts with big old cameras filming her show. And the likelihood of her putting out a concert movie in theaters.
We had this talk one of the last times I was on.
Following Taylor Swift's playbook to a T, copying every move she does without giving her proper credit.
Why is that a
If she puts out a movie concert, Olivia Rodrigo, you need to credit Taylor for coming first. Give her flowers. She did it
For
first.
making a movie about her own concert. She has to shout out Taylor?
Yes. Taylor did it first.
Man, we did this like 2 podcasts ago the last time I was on this, or second to last time I was on this, where you are, anytime Olivia Rodrigo does something that's similar to Taylor, you want her to go up on the microphone and be like, I did this because of Taylor.
Because she watched her entire career, took notes.
That's a
took
totally
notes about her
acceptable thing to
entire
do.
career and then implemented those notes and was successful because of Taylor Swift.
That is a totally normal thing to do. And a totally acceptable thing to do.
Sure, it's acceptable, but just say thank you,
People
Taylor.
blaze the trail, and you told me that she did. At one point in her career, she did thank Taylor.
I'm done with Olivia Rodrigo.
Wow.
I'm done with her.
I'm not Olivia.
It's an outrage, actually.
I like
It really
Olivia
pisses
Rodrigo.
me off.
I'd watch that movie. I would go and sit in the movie theater and
I'm going to
eat
go
popcorn
pick
and
it
watch
outside of the movie theater. Give Taylor credit. Give Taylor credit.
How much credit? Like just a tweet?
Olivia Rodrigo is nothing but a follower, a copier, and
tweet?
doesn't have an original thought in her mind.
Wow. Would a tweet be enough? Would that suffice?
Yeah, that
Just thanks, Taylor, and you'd be like, all right, we're done?
Yeah.
Man,
Thank you, Taylor.
That's a lot.
Great idea.
that's a
I got this idea. If she has strike some deal with AMC for her concert movie,
What are you going to do about it? Tell me what you're going to do about it, Mel. Absolutely nothing.
I'm going to get a megaphone and start screaming in the streets.
Good Lord, man.
All right. Moving on. This is pretty exciting. Tour talk and theories. Taylor's honored by Wembley Stadium with a gift of a customized guitar
Oh,
for becoming the first ever artist to perform at a venue 8 times in a single tour. In recognition of becoming the first solo artist to play Wembley Stadium 8 times on a single tour, we gifted Taylor her own personalized Wembley guitar. Pretty cool.
yeah, I guess.
That's cool.
Yes.
And moving on. All right. On to our spotted segment.
Spotted.
So we can't show you the music video, but I can break it down for you. Taylor Swift released I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, the music video.
Mhm.
So every tour, she regularly puts out like a tour music video.
Okay.
And this time, rather than just putting together a bunch of clips from the tour, which obviously she already released a movie, She put together like sort of a behind the scenes, behind the stage kind of like rehearsals. She revealed to us how she gets from the middle of the stage so quickly to the end of the stage to be able to. She rides like a little horsey moving machine.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And like it very quickly like sends her from one stage to the other
Gotcha.
so she can quick change.
Gotcha.
During rehearsal, she was wearing this black top and this very now iconic skirt, which is like a flap open with like shorts underneath and like a buckle.
Okay.
Now, if you're up to date on Taylor Swift's fashion, you immediately recognize this as the outfit she wore to Coachella.
Yeah.
And if you do a side-by-side of what she was wearing at Coachella and what she was wearing in this part of the video for I Can Do It With a Broken Heart.
It's just the shorts or it's the top two?
Top two.
Okay.
Top two.
Okay.
Sources close believe, and sources are me, in my mind, believe that Taylor Swift is a no-shower queen like I am. She didn't shower after rehearsal. She wore the same outfit that she went to rehearsal and then went straight to Coachella with Daddy Trav and danced the night away all night.
Do you realize what Coachella is? It's 105 degrees and it's sweaty anyway. Like, why would you shower to go sweat?
No, I know. Well, but like she always looks put together and perfect.
She already looked put together and perfect at rehearsal. No,
I know.
You said they were an iconic.
Yeah, she put a little makeup on, but I like you. There's no way that if in fact she wore the same outfit, she didn't wear that outfit, go home, shower, put that same outfit back on, and go to Coachella.
Right.
She just went straight to Coachella.
Why would you not?
Because people make fun of me for not showering, and she's a non-shower queen as well.
Well, if she gets home from Coachella and doesn't shower, then we got a problem.
Right? Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, you get a little workout in the morning, you throw on your club outfit or your
Some people
Coachella
say that's
outfit.
gross.
No, not at all. Just it's 108 degrees out in Coachella.
I just think it's kind of cool, like that.
And it's dirty too. You know what I mean? It's all dirt.
I just think it's kind of cool.
Okay.
Anyway,
Great.
That's my theory.
Great.
All right, moving on to our fun fact of the day. And while Edward is here, we're going to call it the Edward's Fun Fact, Swiftie Sports Fun Fact.
Football fun fact.
Edward's Football Fun Fact of the day.
Okay.
Hit it.
I believe we wanted to combine this into two. One, we're going to start with what Travis Kelce does on the football field.
Yes.
Because I think there's a lot of misconceptions out there about exactly what he is.
He's going to football explain us.
So there's 11 players on offense. There's generally 5 offensive linemen. There's a couple wide receivers.
Make this a little more fun.
There's a running back and a quarterback, and then there's the tight end.
Okay.
The tight end is Travis Kelce.
What does Travis do as a tight end?
So that's the thing. A lot of people get confused and they think it's a silly name, right? Well, he is kind of a combination of a wide receiver and an offensive lineman. So it's Travis's job
a little more layman's terms.
So wide receivers catch the ball from Mahomes.
Okay.
And offensive linemen block for Mahomes.
Okay.
And that's really the delineation between the two.
Okay.
The tight end, though, is a combo.
Oh.
So sometimes he will block for Mahomes.
Oh.
And then other times he'll go out and catch passes.
He catches most of the passes from Mahomes.
Correct. But sometimes he'll stay in and block. And then that's always criticized by some people online because they're like, why is Kelce not out on the route?
Catching the
balls. And there's a lot of drama with that sometimes because it'll be like 3rd and 4. Which you need it's a big play. You need it
34. You gotta slow it down.
Dang it! You need a big play and a crucial down, and sometimes they'll have him block.
It's even too much.
Because if they're blitzing Mahomes, they need people to stay in, and that's when you need Kelce to be in. But then he goes out. So there's a longer story to it, but he's both a pass catcher and a pass blocker.
Okay.
And sometimes a run blocker as well.
Would you say he's one of the most important positions on the team?
No.
Which one's the most important besides quarterback?
Many. Pass rusher, cornerback.
But he's the one that scores all the touchdowns.
Left tackle. Tight end's up there, but it's not that. And that's another part of this segment that I wanted to. He's not the most important. He just happens to be very good at it, which is also like why people should appreciate Travis more because his position is not very glorified, and yet everybody knows him, and he's going to be a Hall of Famer at it. It's tough to do. So
love it. Okay, and my second question to you for the Swifties is, who is the team that the Chiefs are going to struggle to beat the most to land their spot in the Super Bowl?
So
who's the team we should be watching out for and cheering hard against?
The Super Bowl is the AFC versus the NFC. there's 32 teams.
American Football
Conference
and the
and National Football Conference.
Okay.
And both it's divided down the middle. There's 32 teams. 16 teams go in one conference and 16 teams go in the other conference.
Okay.
The Super Bowl is the best of each conference facing off with each other.
Okay.
The Travis Kelce's are in the AFC,
Okay.
the American Football Conference. Now, that is considered the stronger conference.
Okay.
So people are like, oh, man, can they do it again?
Uh-huh.
And that's because they have a lot of quarterbacks. Joe Burrow with the Bengals,
Mhm.
Josh Allen with the Bills,
Uh-huh.
Justin Herbert with the Chargers. Those are
The
probably
Chargers kind of suck though.
well, Justin Herbert's a machine though.
Okay.
So that's typically the team with the best quarterback wins. That's why Mahomes always wins because he's the
Okay.
best quarterback. So
So
to answer your question, in order to make it to the Super Bowl, they're going to have to get through Burrow and Allen most specifically. So
because they almost didn't make it to the Super Bowl last year because of that big Buffalo Bills game that was in the freezing cold where Jason Kelce took his shirt off.
And not only that, but you remember the reason that Burrow was in the Super Bowl against the Rams was because he beat Mahomes that 1 year, a couple years ago. So Burrow at the Bengals.
Sorry,
and
you're
Josh
talking
Allen and the Bills.
BT before Taylor.
Yes, prior to Taylor's arrival. Yes,
This is AT after Taylor.
yes. After Taylor, it's still Bengals and
Post
Bills
Taylor.
are going to be the toughest problems.
Bengals and Bills.
Yep. And then when they get to the Super Bowl, they'll have to play an
So,
NFC team.
so for the Swifties, what I'm trying to get out from Edward
Oh boy.
is when we're watching the football games, when we're cheering, when they're against the Bengals and the Buffalo Bills, we need us screaming, cheering. In fact, we probably need to become like the men. If men can do it, we can do it. We need to travel to those games, the Buffalo Bills games and the Bengals games, and cheer on our girl, our boy, our mom and dad, and make sure that Travis Kelce pulls out another Super Bowl win so that all these men can shut the fuck up.
Wow.
That's my point.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Thank
yeah,
you.
that's
That
it.
was
Yeah.
a good.
Yeah.
That was a good fun fact from
Yeah.
Edward's football fun fact.
That's it.
That's our episode. If you want to watch us on YouTube, you can. If you want to leave a comment about how Edward looks like Jeffrey Dahmer, you
Don't
can.
do it. You don't have to do that.
If you would like to see Edward in glasses, you can.
No.
If you want to listen to us on Apple or Spotify, please subscribe to our podcast and leave a comment and tell us how much you hate me. Bye-bye.